Hello there, Will. It's good to see you. How you doing tonight? I hope that life's been treating you well. And I hope that you're ready for a little bit of painting. I haven't done this in a long time. This is actually kind of hard to get set up. How's life treating you? Good, I hope, since you copied everything I just said in chat. Oh, God, it really did I did really have some trouble trying to figure out how to set this up again. This is oh, yes, I know it is. It's actually really complicated to get this kind of setup accomplished for a live stream. This is not easy. It would be much easier if I didn't have a camera on myself, actually. But you know, it's Twitch, and you probably should have a cam on your face. But anyway, today we're really close, and tonight we're going to be focusing on this boat right here because I want to do some things with that boat tonight. This painting I've been working on for like, I don't know, probably at least a couple of years now. Explain my painting? Let me explain my painting. It's a landscape. There's nothing to explain. Alright, it's a marina. It's a marina, and there's lots of buildings in the background. There's lots of boats. People like to park their boats over here in the marina, and it's largely everything that we've worked on up to this point is just like a bunch of background stuff. We've painted a lot of buildings, we've painted a lot of trees. We paint the tree first. Okay, but what does it mean? Well, it's an expression of my soul that yearns for a more innocent time when I didn't have to worry so much about the troubles of the world, and also thinking back to those times when I didn't get the toy when I wanted when I was a children, and now I yearn for those times by investing all of my emotional value in a marina. Shout out to my mom. Thanks, Will. I'll let her know you said shout out. You know, she probably. You know, I think my mom knows who you are, Will. I'm pretty sure she thinks you're weird. Chainsaw. Yes, it's about my relationship with my mother. Uh, it always comes back to mommy. If it doesn't come back to mommy, is it really even a painting? God help me. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out what the boat means. You know how it is. Sometimes you just paint things and you don't know what they mean. They just kind of are. Ban Soulkeeper's mom. You know, if she ever does show up, maybe I will ban her. I do remember my grandma messaged me once on an instant messaging app a long time ago, and that felt weird. Like, I did not expect to get a I did not expect grandma to slide into my DMs. We'll put it that way. That felt awkward. Stephanie, it's good to see you. How you doing tonight, Stephanie? I'm just getting a little bit of yellow before we begin because you know how it is, guys. You can't begin a painting without yellow. If you begin a painting without yellow, you already done goofed. The milk. Will, what in God's name are you talking about? I have no idea what's going on in chat right now. I just know it's weird and I don't like it. The milk! I don't have any of my filters on, so pardon me if the mic overloads. Hold on while I unscrew my alizarin crimson. Please unscrew alizarin crimson. Oh God! Oh no! The paint is dried. The paint is dried. The paint is dried. Lizard Crimson, why have you forsaken me? No! Open! God damn it! I have gone to the gym too much for this to be the case. No! Okay. We need manly problems require manly solutions. So we're gonna get a manly tool, and we're gonna man the crap out of this. All right, this is gonna work, I think. Yeah, we're gonna just like, all right, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get around there. Get around that. Maybe spit on it. Oh, yeah. I'll try anything once. Come on. It's not Prussian blue, Will. This is Prussian blue. This is the heavenly blessed tube. The tube you want. The tube you need. The color that we all love. Oh, my God. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this, Lizard Crimson. I don't have any Van Dyke Brown. I don't even use Van Dyke Brown, Stephanie. I haven't used Van Dyke Brown in ages. Oh, oh God. This paint is ridiculous. Alizarin Crimson is not even supposed to be a really durable color, and yet when you try to get the tube open, it seems to have other ideas. Hold on, I'm gonna find another tube. This is some nonsense. I can't take this anymore. I'm going nuts. I need my Alizarin Crimson. Where's my Alizarin Crimson? I can't just not have Alizarin Crimson. Without Alizarin Crimson, there's no painting. The painting's done. Oh God, my tools are going everywhere. Oh God, no. No. Just bite it open. Wait, how did I wind up with a tube of sap green? Oh God. Oh no. Sap green, where'd you even come from? Here, we're just gonna put them over there with all the other colors. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Oh God, you know, when you open up the colors, they kind of just come from everywhere. Oh well, at least I have my painting knife. Hi, painting knife. It's good to see you again. All right, we're gonna have to get creative. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use the painting knife to get it open. Yeah, this is how you open a tube of paint, guys. This is how you do it. This is how you show it who's boss. Yeah. All right. I will not be defeated by my own tube of paint. There. This isn't ASMR. Why is it ASMR? It's not ASMR. I just want to open my paint. Prussian blue. Chainsaw. Prussian blue. The whole stream is just me trying to open paint. Is this a good stream yet? Open! I'm gonna stab this tube. If it don't open right. Open, god damn it. I'm gonna try it in my mouth. My mouth isn't big enough. Here, I'm gonna try my knife again. Alright. Oh god, my poor fingies. Oh no, I'm getting paint all over my hands. Guys, I think I broke the tube. Oh, okay. Here, let me figure out where the paint's coming out. Oh boy, this is a dumpster fire. Alright, Where's it coming out? And there's where it's coming out. Yep, okay. See, there you go, guys. That's where it's coming out right there. No, wait. Let me show you guys on the high def. There's where it's coming out. This tube is a few years old, Stephanie. Like, it's not... I wouldn't call it a young tube, but, oh god, this paint is getting everywhere. Oh no. Oh god. I've bungled it. No, it's not over till it's over, Soulkeeper. You can't throw in the towel yet, man. We just started the stream. Oh, god. My hands are full of Alizarin Crimson. It's everywhere, man. Alright. Okay, at least we got the paint out. Alright, mission accomplished. It wasn't exactly the way I was planning, but it's how it's gonna go. Alright. Okay. We're ready to begin. No, we're not. We still need ultramarine blue. Yeah, that's how you set up your palette, guys. Alright, ultramarine blue should complete the trifecta of paint. Oh, that was remarkably easy to get open. You know what? I need to buy just little tubes of paint. Alright, here. We're going to take this, and we're just going to smear it right there. Oh, yeah. That's some good paint. Alright, just a long line of ultramarine blue. I buy some new paint every now and then, Stephanie. I haven't painted in a while, so some of my paint is getting pretty old. Well, you know, pretty old is relative. Some of it is maybe a decade old or so. All right, let's open this. Oh wow, that was really refreshing. That the titanium white just opened right up. Oh yeah. Oh, squeeze a big dollop of that out. All right, now we're ready to paint, guys. Ah yeah, we got all the colors we need. Red, yellow, uh, squirt a bit. Okay, I'm gonna just see this, guys. See how it's coming out of that little hole right there? I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna like, okay, oh god, don't get it on your hands too much, Soul Keeper. All right, screw this. I'm just gonna like squeeze a little line of it right there. Okay, it'll be just like, yeah, there we go. All right. I got a little bit on my palette. Yeah, we're all set. Okay, so that's gonna take like 3 weeks to dry now. Um, Hopefully the hole won't be too catastrophic to what we're doing. Yeah, okay, this is going well. My mom will be proud of me. Oh yeah, I bet my mom is proud of me, bro. Red, you. I, I told you I just put blue and white on the palette. What more do you want? Why are your standards so high? Why you gonna drag my name through the mud, Chainsaw? I'm an honest man. I don't deserve this kind of treatment. Okay, here's where we're going, guys. Right there. I'm gonna make me up a nice, I'm not painting Dr. Phil. Why do you want me to paint Dr. Phil? If I paint Dr. Phil, I don't know what kind of message does that send? I don't know. I don't know what to make of that kind of crap, Will. Will, you make me feel weird sometimes. You know that? You know how weird you make me feel? You make me feel like I'm falling apart. Oh, he could be in one of the boats. Oh, okay. Okay, so, you know what? Chainsaw's thinking over here. Well, if we paint... I have a little Illusion Crimson in my mouth. You know what? I'm going to find out later. Yeah. God, I hope I don't have any Illusion Crimson in my mouth. Anyway. I like it. It's devoid of life. I don't like people in my paintings. That's not true. I paint people in my paintings sometimes, but, you know, sometimes you just want to paint something besides people all the damn time. Actually, I painted a lot of portraits in my... I painted a lot of portraits. I've done a lot of portrait work. And yet, the thing that I'm, like, most famous for is probably landscapes, ironically. People get real mad at me sometimes on my YouTube channel for including every single step of the painting process, even though my painting videos are a painting video first and then everything else second. Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit more white to that. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Yeah, here, we're going to add a little bit of red to that because, you know, little hint of red doesn't hurt. Yeah. I like a little bit of red. Sometimes you gotta neutralize that color a little bit. Ooh. Here, we'll add a little bit more white. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks lively enough. Here, let's stick it in. Yeah. Alright. Let's get our paintbrush out. What I have here is just like a little... it's like a little filbert. Yeah. God, it took me a second to remember the name of the brush. It's been a while, guys. I apologize. Stephanie, you want me to paint a French girl? Yeah, I will give it a hard maybe. How do you paint a French girl? Where do you even begin? I wonder. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of lively. Oh, I kind of like this color. It's already blending in a little bit better with the color I have there on the right. Although I want a little bit brighter color over there. Here, we're just gonna put this whole thing right over this way. There, and then we're gonna paint the bottom of the boat too. Yeah, we'll paint it like right in there. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah. What I do is I kind of just put little dots here and there, make it look all pretty. Oh yeah. I'm gonna insert another color down in there too because it's kind of reflecting a little bit of something or another in there. It might have a little rim of paint on the bottom that I have to play around with. Because some of these boats have decals on them. God, my mic is drooping. I have nothing but... Why is it whenever I do ASMR... Well, whenever I do these kinds of painting streams, I have nothing but hassles. I have nothing but hassles, man. If it ain't if it if it ain't the chatters, it's the damn equipment. You've seen French paintings with French girls walking with an umbrella? That just sounds like an Edgar Degas painting. Why did I have such a hard time saying that? Nothing but Hasbro's? What? Who's talking about toys? God, I don't want to talk about toys right now. God, if I talk about toys right now, I'm gonna... I don't know, man. I'm gonna drown my sorrows in a bottle of water. A big bottle of water like I do every night. Come on. Come on, boom arm. Work with me, boomer. There. Yeah, I gave it a good twist. Alright, if that doesn't hold it in place, nothing will. That's the stuff. Oh. Oh, it actually is Edgar Degas that Stephanie's talking about. That's hilarious. Alright, well, I guess I know art history, guys. Who knew? Whew. So how's everybody doing today? Is life treating you guys well? I sure hope so. Because right now, I feel okay. Having some technical difficulties here and there, but otherwise, we're okay. Got paint all over my hands already, so you know the stream's really begun. Will, whenever I talk toys, does any of it ever make sense to you? Out of curiosity. Here, I'm going to wipe off my knife, because I'm going to create a highlight color over here. I really want to make a highlight color. I probably shouldn't be focusing on highlight colors quite yet, but I'm going to. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make an orange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow first. This color right here. A little bit of yellow. I'm going to bring it over to the side, and we're going to take some of that alizarin crimson. Not a lot of it, because alizarin crimson is very, very strong. And I already took too much. So, yeah, that was a good move, Soulkeeper. Alright, you know what? We're just going to add some white to it and see where this goes. Here. We might have to add a little bit of yellow to balance this out. This is from a real harbor. A lot of it is real, but also a lot of it is just imagination, too. Like, I kind of took the composition from a few drawings and stuff that I've done, Stephanie. And then I played around with the colors a lot until I got something that I really enjoyed. What I do a lot of time with paintings like this is I will do a lot of watercolor type things, and then with the watercolors are a little bit freer, and they allow me to just play around with stuff until I get it right. So after I've done some watercolors and everything, and I've maybe done a couple of drawings, then I can go in and... This is Florida. Yeah, oh yes, this is Florida. I've been lying to you all along, Stephanie. I just took a trip down to Florida, and now I'm painting the harbor down there. It's Key Largo. I don't know. I've never even been to Key Largo. It's all nonsense. Alright. I think I have a color I can use here. Yeah, let's go along with this. Alright, baby. Let's see how this color looks. Alright, how's this look? Oh, yeah, that's a little bit more like it. Oh, yeah, that's got some more zest to it for sure. Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, yeah, it's looking better already. Looks like sunlight. That's what I like to see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are you having fun yet, guys? Will, are you having fun yet? Is this exhilarating? Is this the stuff? Is this ASMR? I don't know. It doesn't feel like ASMR. But then again, how is ASMR supposed to feel? Most harbors you've been to have palm trees. Hell, not this one. Unfortunately, Stephanie, not this one. Because there's no palm trees in the north part of the country. But if you're from Florida, I guess it would have palm trees. They would have palm trees, wouldn't they? You know, oh, it's true. Every harbor in the world has palm trees. Yes, Will is right. Okay, let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna take the smallest touch of alizarin crimson. Okay, here we go. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna take just a little bit of that blue too, and we're gonna create kind of a violet color. And then we're gonna have a little bit of a transition here, I think. And we're just gonna put that right there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe a little bit more of a gradation. Is this looking like pro stuff yet? Is this looking like a good painting? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about my paintings. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doing good work or not. Every day I think to myself when I'm painting, I don't know, is this any good? That's the sun. This is sunlight hitting the boat over here, and here's a little bit of shade on this side. The sun is coming from like the right and hitting down like it's hitting diagonal, right? So it's hitting down over here. So it hits over on this side and it hits on the top, but over here the shade is going down once it hits this side because the sun stops right there. Oh, it's just oh, thank you, Will. God, what would I do without Will to clear everything up? Will's my translator, everyone. And when in doubt, just listen to him because he's got all the facts. He spreads the true lore about everything I do. He's not gonna let anything slip by without translating it for me. And to be fair, I deserve everything that I get. All right. One of these days, I'm just gonna paint watercolors. Honestly, watercolor is so much easier. I got a lot of paint on my knife. Here, we're gonna wipe this back on the palette. Bam. Good stuff, guys. Alright. Okay. Palette knife clean. Hands still dirty. Everything is right with the world. Alright, I'm back. We need a color like right in here. We need I need like a green color. I need a nice green. So let's take some of the color that we already mixed up with that blue that's down here, and we're gonna just add a little bit of yellow to it. Not too much. Yeah, I say not too much, but as soon as I start doing it, you know, the best laid plans always have a funny way of going by the wayside. Yeah. Here, add a little bit of white to that Sulfever. Okay. This is kind of the color that we're working with right now. It's kind of tough to show you guys sometimes what I'm mixing up. What's the yellow stuff next to the boat? Are you talking about like this stuff right here? That's part of a dock. And the dock is, well, the dock is a little bit unfinished. The dock is a little bit unfinished. I'll probably work on that next. This is a dock. This is a dock. Oh, the other side? You mean this? Or this? That's another boat that we're going to work on. But we're not working on this one quite yet because it's more in the foreground. And I kind of want to work in layers whenever I can. This kind of just blends in with that. And we're going to add, I think we might add a little something to give it some separation. Because right now it kind of looks like it blends in a little bit. And I don't know how I feel about that. Here. Yeah, okay, this color's gonna work. Here. This green that I just whipped up, here, we're gonna slap it in up here. Bam. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. How much would I sell this for? Oh, probably $1,000 once it's done. It depends on the piece and how long it takes and everything, but generally, about $1,000 is a good price for a piece of art like this. Some people bulk at that kind of price tag, but if you wanna, you give me $80. Will give me $80 for this. Gee, thanks, Will. I don't know, man. $80. I gotta think about that kind of price. I'm not sure I'm down with this price tag. I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick on this one, man. Damn. You know, I was in an art show a while back well, I was in an art show a while back, and I actually listed a pretty conservative price for my painting. A lot of times, people at art shows will want to lowball you on your paintings because they want to buy a painting, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. And buying a real painting, how many hours will this take you to? Well, Jay's asked, how many hours will this take from start to finish? Um, Honestly, a painting like this will probably take you probably about 100 hours or so. It'll take you about a week. No, it'll probably take you about 2 weeks because it's a pretty complicated painting. So start to finish, if you work on it every day, it'll take you probably 2 weeks to complete. Legitimately. How many cups of Javelli will this painting take? Approximately 30. You gotta stay up working late nights. Painting ain't easy. The last one that I worked on, I actually did a long painting like this on. So you're selling it for roughly minimum wage. Yeah, unless you're like a really established painter, you can get big buku bucks. Of course, also I'm on Twitch streaming it, and ideally people are giving me money, or they're sitting through ads. One of the two. So you know. And that is the crux of painting. Like I said, no one wants to spend money on paintings. So, the real money is in everything else, not in the actual act of selling paintings. I don't know if this is a dumb question, but how do you know when the painting's done? Uh, well, it's not a dumb question, Stephanie. It's the answer to that is just you just know. Like you'll be working on it, and then one day you'll make the final stroke, and then you look at what you do is you see the composition as a whole. You see the big pictured, and when you see the big picture like that, you know then. Because it'll be very apparent to you that this painting is in fact finished. Oh, the painting just, the ads appeared. Well, isn't that fortuitous? Well, I do enjoy a good ad. What can I say, my friends? I love ads. You always wonder that. Yeah, it's not a stupid question. It's really just the answer, and it's probably not really a satisfactory answer, but it is the answer that is the correct one. You just know. You have a feeling when the painting's done, and when there's nothing else you can think to do, when there's nothing else that can be done really to improve it, hey, you know it's done. Ah, thanks, Will. I try to make people feel welcome here, and then Will just craps all over it. What would I do without you, bro? Oh, man. Oh, you're breaking my heart here, Will. Alright, let me get a violet color. I need a violet color. Will is dunking on me. Thanks, Will. That's our Will. No, there, that's Will. That should be like his little Sting entrance theme every time he enters a room. Either that or some kind of troll theme. It's tragic that I don't have some kind of. Well, I used to have an entrance theme for Will, didn't I? When we had the blurp sound extension on here. We don't quite have that anymore, do we? Alright, let's go ahead and get this purple down here. Oh my god, is this gonna look good? Please look good. I am begging you, look good. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. That violet actually doesn't look too bad. You have a smart question? Okay, Will, ask me your smart question. I'm here to answer your smart questions. Don't ask me something silly, or else I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get real mad. I'm going to throw a big old hissy fit. And you're not going to like it. How do you know when the painting is done? I know when the painting's done when you've paid me enough. By the way, Chainsaw, I liked your idea of the dancing pad to play Dark Souls. I don't have a dancing pad, though. Also, I'm not sure I have the space to do it, so we're going to have to, like, bookmark that one for the future. But I appreciate the idea, dude. It's a really cool idea. Oh, I'd love to, Chainsaw. Like I said, I just don't have the space right now, and also I don't have the dance pad, so... we just gotta earmark that one for sometime in the future. C'est la vie. God, I would love to get like a studio or something where I have a little bit more space to do that sort of thing. Oh, just do they still have those things? Hey, Gavin, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you. Hope life's treating you okay, bro. You like this? I take it as a painting of the warm memories that make us human. Yeah, it reminds me of a simpler time, to be honest. A time when I didn't have to worry so goddamn much about everything. Oh, how I wish things were simpler. Humans. Humans? Uh-oh, we got a Terminator in the chat. See, you guys forget that Will identifies as an Apache attack helicopter. So, just be aware of that when you address him, and to be sure you address him formally, or else things go haywire. Because you know how those Apache helicopters are. Oh, Will. It's been a long time since he's identified as it, so I just take it that he's gone incognito. Or he's trying to, and I'm not going to let him. They're doing a gold label 89 Batmobile. Are they really, or is that just a rumor? Here, I need some ultramarine. Yeah. Ultramarine blue. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it all green. I'm gonna make it dark green. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of blue. Ooh. I like blue. Oh, God. Yeah. And now I'm going to add some alizarin crimson. Oh, yeah. By the way, Fran, you didn't tell us how you're doing. How you doing, Fran? Tell us how you are, Fran. 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 Oh, she said she's good. I'm sorry, Fran. I didn't mean to scare you. Every time I do that voice, it scares Fran, actually. I'm sorry, Fran. I shouldn't scare you like that. No, it's a knife, but it needs more eggs. Oh, my God. You guys have weird... you know what? One of these days, I am just gonna have a blank canvas or a blank paper or something, and I'm gonna let you clowns dictate what I'm gonna paint. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the landscape here. I should just freestyle and let the chips fall where they may. Oh, what's this? Are you painting good stuff? No, I'm just painting trash. Paint whatever chat tells me to. Normal stuff. Don't worry about it. Alright, this little roll of paint will do, I think. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, let's just anchor the pinky here. And whoop. 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 Alright. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, this is actually really tough. Come on, Soul Caver, you got this. Ooh. Yeah. Mmm. Yeah, that looks okay. When am I adding the seagulls? As soon as I get mun. Oh, is that unethical? Oh, I don't know if that's unethical. I don't care. What? And the palm trees. You want palm trees? I already painted trees. There's trees right here. There's trees here. Trees everywhere. Trees, 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 trees. Why do you want more trees? Well, Will's trying to break me with his suggestions, and I will not be broken. I need some paper towels, guys. I'm making a big mess. Maybe I should like start taking requests and just paint what the people want. Ugh. And that'll be the entire stream. Just have a blank canvas. All right, you maniacs, what's gonna be next? No, to do that, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I don't know. You gotta be careful with requests because sometimes people put in some deranged stuff. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust a lot of you, let alone the entirety of Twitch. Oh boy. All right. I got hair in my mouth. Yep, got a hair in my mouth. Okay, that's better. Paint a misty, cloudy cobblestone street of London. Oh, that's actually really pleasant, Gavin. Okay, Gavin actually had a normal suggestion, so that's cool. You know what? I was not expecting that. I was expecting Gavin to be as unhinged as everyone else, and Gavin put in something surprisingly normal. Okay. This is what we call character development, everyone. Or, just development of the chat, I guess you could say. Here, I need to make up a nice yellow color. I say, some birds flying and sitting on the dock. Oh, hey. That's also very pleasant, Stephanie. Okay, so maybe chat isn't as unhinged as I made them out to be. Perhaps I judged you all too harshly. What is my preferred type of paint and most difficult type of paint to work with? Most difficult type of paint to work with is probably oil paint, Gavin. Because it's a little finicky. But also it's the most popular one by a long shot. If you want to make money painting, you pretty much have to do oil painting. Well, actually watercolor is probably the most difficult, but I'm a master of watercolor. And it's really not a big deal. Easiest... Alright, I take back what I said about oil painting. Oil painting's probably the easiest, now that I think about it. Because you can really just cover up whatever you've done. Will we ever see Astrid again? As soon as we hit 10 subscribers, Will. Like, I've been trying to get subscribers, but hey, people don't want to subscribe, so there's not much I can do about it. I told everyone that if we got to 10 subscribers, she'd come on here and play Shredder's Revenge with me. But no one was interested, man. So I guess we're never going to see Shredder's Revenge or Astrid. No. Do I ever sell my work? Well, I make money on my work, but I don't sell it that much. You know, the thing about it is, Gavin, is that not many people are willing to buy art. People, when they want art, they want it for very cheap. And if you're going to sell art, you need to sell like prints of it. I've sold art, but I don't sell it like regularly. I make more money from doing stuff like this and making videos and stuff than I do actually selling paintings. And also, I've won some money from awards and stuff, and ironically, I just haven't sold that many paintings. You did an oil painting once and a regular painting. Yes, if you do that, the oil painting will flake off. There is that. Watercolor is the most durable painting. That or acrylic. Watercolor probably... Well, oil painting, I don't know. I think overall, watercolor probably is the most durable because although the colors are more susceptible to light fastness issues, when you paint a watercolor painting, you don't have to worry about any kind of delamination or construction issues or anything like that. Watercolor is very, very difficult, though, because it stains the paper, and you can't just remove it. You can't paint over it. Well, I'm like I said, I'm a master of watercolor, so I can just do it in my sleep. It's really no big deal. I already have filmed an entire series where I paint in watercolors, and I think it went reasonably well. And I don't know how people are going to take it on YouTube once I finally start publishing those videos, but hopefully they like it. Is it true that oil paint takes long to dry? Oil paint takes like a little while to dry in most instances. There are a few instances where the colors are very fast drying, though, and that includes Prussian blue and lead white paint, but that's not really a color you should use anymore. And then there's earth color, burnt umber. Burnt umber dries really fast, and phthalocyanine colors dry really fast too, and Prussian blue dries really fast. So if you want your painting to dry a little bit faster, you should use colors like those. You can also use stuff that makes the paint dry faster and add it to your paint, but you don't really need to do that as long as you don't really need to. On average, it takes about a week for paint to dry on an oil painting. Oh, there's an old guy painting watercolor. I don't know if I've seen him. Maybe. You know what? I've seen all kinds of painters throughout my life, so it's hard to say who it is. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more white here. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit more white to this yellow-orange color that I have, and that should about do it. Titanium white is very strong. Very, very strong. So, one more ought to do it, and I think that's probably about good. Here, let's slap this titanium white color on this boat and see how she looks. And that's looking pretty good. That's looking okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Uh-oh. Don't remember the paint, just remember the animals. Yeah. Yeah, generally. There aren't many painters on PBS that are going to be all that memorable. Am I painting a Ferris wheel? I, I, I don't have a Ferris wheel in mind, Will. I don't imagine it would be too difficult to paint a Ferris wheel, though. Now, painting a Ferris wheel would be pretty simple, I think. What I'm doing here is just blocking in this shape on this boat at the moment, so I guess it's not that exciting, but it's something that has to be done. And this color will be essentially the highlight. We have it on every dock? What the hell makes you think we got a Ferris wheel on every dock? What? We don't have a Ferris wheel on every dock. What kind of American TV programs are you talking about? What are you watching, Will? You clown. All of us Americans have Ferris wheels in all of our docks. No, we don't. You're thinking of what you're thinking of is like a fair or something. Or you're thinking of, God, there are some piers that have like a little amusement park or something, but there's not a lot of those. I think one of them might be in Chicago and New York or something, but I just can't remember. It's been a while since I've been to Chicago or New York. Will's getting all of his education about America from movies, guys. Will, why don't you come to America and see what it's really like? Come experience America full on. You know you're gonna love it as soon as you get here. You're never gonna want to leave, bro. 'Cause that's how it be in America. Once you come, you never want to go back. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're just gonna get this paint over here. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, there it is. All right. There it is. All right. I need to shape this boat just a tad. Come on, baby. All right. What this needs is. Okay. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, there's this, and we're gonna curve, we're gonna curve down, we're gonna curve down. Come on, curve down, curve down, curve down, curve down. Okay, okay, I see what I'm doing. All right, I have to get a little. I have to cover this up just a little bit right here. Oh boy, oh boy. Come on, baby, come on. Okay. There. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now I'm capturing the curve of the boat, and it's a little bit truer to what we see from the picture, and that's a little bit truer to what we see from real life. All right, that's better. Come on, dude. So the colors that I'm using together here are going to take about a week to dry, which, if we're doing this once a week, actually works out pretty nicely. There. Actually, that's looking a little bit more. Yeah, that's looking a little bit more like the boat already. I'm trying to capture the shape. There's a certain curve to this that we have to get right. Come on, capture the curve. There it is. I'll come back to chat in a second, guys. I'm just really trying to get this. Come on. Come on, Soulkeeper. Don't lose it. Don't lose the curve. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a real artist, damn it. Alright, I think, yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty nice. Ah, yeah. Alright, what the hell are you guys looking at? Capture the curve? Yeah, I know it does, Will. That's why I said it. I don't regret a damn thing. Parrots are so colorful. Wait, Stephanie, you were encouraging him? Experience America. Yeah, I know you're gonna go to McDonald's. Will. Will wants to experience America. Will wants to come to America and he just wants to eat food, which is just a nice way of saying, I want to come to America and just go to McDonald's. You know what remind me? You know what you remind me of, Will? You remind me of Michael Scott from The Office. The American version, not like the fake version. The version where he goes to New York and then he acts like he knows stuff. And then what does he do? He says he wants to go get a slice of za, and then he goes to Sbarro. That's exactly what you're doing when you just go to McDonald's once you come to America. You don't want to. You're going to like Massachusetts or something. You don't want any fish. You don't want You don't want any of the seafood. You just want to eat fast food. You're kind of a lot of his personality. Yeah. I've gathered. Because you stole all your jokes from him. Oh! So sorry, Will. So sorry. Come on. The paint is a little bit wet here, so I might have to... Well, actually, if we get this, we'll be okay. Yeah, if we get this, we'll be okay. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Now, what if we just go up in here and capture some of this? Yeah. There's a little curve, or a little angle right there, rather. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, there it is. And let's be careful. Let's be careful. And bam. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay, that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. God. This is tricky business. If I were a smart man, I'd probably use my knife to do a lot of this. Yeah, if I were a smart man, I'd be doing a lot of things. If I were a smart man, okay, we need to angle this brush a little bit more. There. Yeah, that's actually better. If we just move this... The spaces to paint this are a little smaller than you think they are. Meow, 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 meow. Hi, Gavin. Did you enjoy that quote? It's a good quote. Yeah. Come on. There it is. Alright. Cool. Okay, I'm capturing a lot of that window right there, and it looks pretty awesome. Oh my goodness. So I did some ASMR last night, everyone, and I don't know. I'm starting to have second thoughts about all this ASMR stuff on Twitch. Like the reading stuff. It just didn't do very well last night, and it was kind of disappointing. And I don't know if it was because I read some Edgar Allan Poe stuff instead of Dracula. Maybe I need to just stick with reading Dracula or something. But yeah, really, my numbers were not great last night. That was really disappointing. Well, I'm gonna try it again on Friday and well, not Friday, but Saturday at midnight and Sunday at midnight, and see how that goes. And we'll take it from there. Stephanie, did you post a Ferris wheel on the Discord? Nice. Here, I wonder if I have Discord open right now. I can't remember if I closed it or not. People love Dracula. Yeah, it sure seems that way. I thought people loved Edgar Allan Poe too, because there's been a couple of times I've done Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and it seemed like people really enjoyed it, but not last night. Oh boy. No, they really didn't enjoy last night. Alright, I'm opening up Discord and I'm taking a look at what you posted, Steph. Let's see what you got in there. Oh, hey. Yeah, Icon Park. More than 40 amazing restaurants. Orlando, Florida. I've been to Orlando. Not in a long time, though. 89 bucks for a play pass. That's expensive. Yeah, that honestly, if you go to Disney World, Will, it's like a lot more expensive than that. Like you go to Disney World, you're gonna pay a small fortune to go do anything there. The Ferris wheel is free here in Gothenburg. The Ferris wheel is free here in Gothenburg. What's the matter? Don't your taxes pay for a task wheel? What are you even paying for? Sorry, Will. I can't help myself. I got a problem. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Stephanie. Disney is a little too much for like regular working people. I understand that completely. I can't imagine, honestly, right now I can't imagine going to Disney World. I've been to Disney World, but not for a long time because I don't know, prices and stuff have gotten out of hand. Like it's never been cheap. I know that much. What do I want to do here? I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint the window on this. Yeah, we're gonna paint the window on this, and I'm gonna start with the dark. Now, when you guys paint, you want to start with a dark color before you start doing highlights. And one big thing that you want to do when you paint is you want to start first with the backmost layer that you're gonna do. So if you were gonna start a painting like this, a landscape, you would want to start with the sky. And that would be the first thing that you do in something like this. You would do the sky first and then the trees, and then you would slowly move your way forward, painting layer after layer. Now, obviously, I'm doing things a little bit backward in some regard because I probably should finish that dock over there before I finish this boat. But, yeah, I should follow my own advice in that regard. 55 bucks just to park at Disney? That must be some awesome parking, man. Damn. God, that's a lot. That's too much. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to my blue and a little bit of white. And I think we're gonna have a color that we like here. Ultramarine blue is a very, very basic color. It's one of the most basic colors there is. And if there's one color if there's one blue you want to have, it is ultramarine blue. If you go into the art program, you're going to find a lot of weirdos. Art is not for like normal people. Like normal people try to get into art and then they get creeped out because they're way out of their depth. It happens all the time. Here, I'm going to add like one more round of this blue here just to make sure I got the value right. And okay, I think I've got something I can work with here. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I like this blue. You never thought about that. You never thought about it, Stephanie. You just stop lying to us. We know you've been thinking about. We know it's on your mind. Don't lie, Stephanie. Don't lie. All right. Let me paint these windows. Okay, we're going to just start right here. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit richer than what I had on there. That's good, that's good. Uh-oh. I got a little bit of hair in the painting. Oh, that's not great. Oh, hair. My everlasting foe. Why? Wherefore art thou here? Oh, oh man. Alright, we're just going to lay this blue down. Come on, baby. We got no time. Lay the blue in. Lay the blue in. Blue. Blue. Oh, that's a good blue. Yeah. All right, that's a nice looking blue, guys. Wouldn't you agree it's a beautiful blue? If you don't like that blue, then I don't really want to know you guys anymore. I don't care if that's a harsh vibe. It's a reality vibe. Yeah, let's put this in right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Oh, baby, yes. Oh, good. I'm glad we're in agreement, Stephanie. Okay, I don't have to issue any bans. This is good stuff. Yeah. All right, cool. I thought I might have to start exercising my authority, quote unquote. Snap back to reality. Reality's for nerds, Gavin. It's for nerds. You have a Peppa Pig theme. Wait, do you have a Peppa Pig theme park in Florida? What? 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 Oh, God. Why am I... Oh, I don't want to go there. Oh, God. We found Will's kryptonite. Peppa Pig. Oh, Stephanie confirms. Okay. Well, Stephanie, tell Will all about it. And do so at your own peril. That's what I think. When I think of ceding any ground to Will, that's immediately the first thought that comes to mind is just shudders and broken dreams. Gavin, what the hell are you talking about? His knees weak. Are you quoting like song lyrics or something now? I don't understand random references. I need context. Where's the context? Oh God, did I get paint on my shirt? No! Oh man. Oh boy. Oh boy. I should have seen this coming. Oh, that's why I never listened to Eminem. I have never listened to Eminem in my life. So that's why I don't know what it is. Alright, I'm gonna do another curve up here. I'm gonna do something bold and daring. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Here comes. Here comes. Here comes. And okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, come on. Okay, that curve is looking pretty good. Here, let's just do this curve right here. Okay, there's the curve right there. And come on, curve. Come on, curve. And there it is. There it is. Okay, I think we found the curve, guys. Oh, yeah. Wait, no. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Here, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Come on. And okay, that was pretty okay. That was pretty okay. Yeah, that was pretty okay. 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 Okay, that was actually not bad. That was not bad. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of dabbing right here. We're gonna just tap some colors in. We're gonna give it a little boop right there. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. That looks good. Here, boop this in too. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Come on. I just need my sweet, sweet highlights, baby. Come on. Boop me in. Yeah. Oh, there's the blue. Oh, yeah. Come on. And we'll add like one more right over here, cause okay, that's looking pretty okay. That'll do. I'm gonna have to put in some of these other colors in a little bit. I think. I wonder if I can put in like the yellow on these little window, what do you call them? Bars, dividers. Oh God, I don't know what anything's called. Excuse me. I'm feeling smart, guys. Oh, oh, my knee. All right, Daddy needs a green. Daddy needs a green. Daddy needs a brilliant green. You know what Daddy's gonna do? Daddy's gonna find something. You left the stream. Well, that was your own bad, Gavin. Will, Gavin missed your wall of text. Womp womp. Ah well. I enjoyed it. It was funny. Ah. Alright, I see what I'm aiming for. Alright, can everyone hear me okay? Just reading some drop frames there. I don't like seeing drop frames. I took a lots of time to set this stream up. Don't be dropping frames on me, bro. Alright, what was I gonna do? Oh, that's right, I was gonna make it green. We need a good amount of yellow. And then we need the ultramarine, just a smidge. And it drops bombs. Yeah, that's true. Whenever I fart, it's a masterpiece. Just ask my girlfriend, Fran, tell him all about my dastardly farts. If you dare. No, Fran doesn't like talking about my farts. Fran would prefer if my farts didn't exist, to be honest. God, I guess it's kind of hard to blame her. Because when I fart, it is truly disgusting. I like it, though. It makes me feel alive. I had an opportunity to destroy her bathroom the other day, and I did. I don't regret a damn thing. Here, I'm going to paint this again. Oh, yeah. There. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see the curve. I see the curve. Come on, I see it. There it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to get that curve because you really want to just not do it. But then, you know, you force your arm to see it. You force your mind to play along. There. Okay. There. Yeah, we'll start over on that side and do it. There. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Hold on a second, Stephanie. I'll be right with you. Okay. Alright, that canopy is looking pretty good. I don't read books. Stephanie doesn't read. Reading's for nerds, right? But when you read a book, your imagination sees the story. When you paint like the one you're doing, do you hear or see the painting come alive? Sometimes, yeah. Like sometimes I can hear the sounds of what I'm painting. Sometimes I can feel what the image. Sometimes I can feel what is happening in the image, and I can get a sense of what is happening in there. And that's kind of part of painting is trying to imagine the scene in like 3 dimensions and think of what it's like to really be there so you can capture it relatively accurately, which is a really difficult thing to do. Um, I think more often I hear the music when I'm like writing music and stuff, which is something that Fran gets really annoyed by because she's like classically trained and I'm not. But when I'm writing a song, like I just hear the song in my head, and she can't do that. She gets supremely frustrated by it. And I've had like almost no musical training. Yeah, like I've been working on an album on and off for like I've been working on an album on and off for like a couple of years. I'm kind of just waiting for Fran to finish recording her bass lines and stuff, and also I'm re-recording a few of my guitar solos because I don't know. The first time I did a couple of them, I wasn't that happy. The majority of them I'm happy with, but a few of them I'm reworking. Well, no, just two of them. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes you see the picture. Other times you feel disconnected from it and you just know what needs to happen. Like, when you do this long enough, you kind of understand mechanically how things are supposed to go. And if you're not really, really invested in it, it kind of just becomes an expression of pure technique. And usually that's when you're just doing it for the money, you know? When you do things for the money, you can do it well, but you don't really feel anything for it, so you kind of just go through the motions and do what you have to do to get it done. And yeah, I've done that in a few painting videos here and there where I haven't been super into what I'm doing, but I still know what I have to do. And so I do it. Like, I enjoy this pretty well because I don't feel like I'm under a lot of pressure to finish a painting in a certain amount of time and stuff. When you're under a lot of pressure to finish a painting in a certain amount of time, it can really work on your nerves. What type of music? It's just like punk rock music. It's like punk rock music, but I've tried to make a good record. Yeah. All right, I'm just adding a little bit of this yellow here to like highlight some of this stuff. Not too much. Not too much. What if we... I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the color that I made and see what it looks like once we paint it in. Here. There. I might want to add a brighter green once this paint dries, just to kind of smooth this out a little bit. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. That green's a little dull right now. Mostly because I'm only working with ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, and cadmium yellow right now. When you do that, the colors get a little dull sometimes. I have a much brighter green that I can use if I want to. Oof, oof, oof. Sometimes my knee gets a little stiff, everyone. Oof. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. I don't know. Painting, creative work in general is just hard. It's tough because, well, you got to be creative all the time, right? And sometimes it's hard to be creative because, sometimes you don't want to be, or sometimes you're just not really feeling it. But then you got to force yourself to do it because that's part of the job. You have to sit down and you have to force yourself to do things. And some people are not willing to do that. And the people who are not willing to sit down and force themselves to be creative are probably the ones who are not meant for that line of work. Like, I've given advice to some people who want to get into it, and I say, you kind of just have to force yourself to sit down and do creative stuff, even if nothing comes of it. And then they'll just poo-poo it, and they'll say a bunch of different stuff like, "Oh, I tried that, and it didn't work for me," and blah blah blah. And I said, "Well, okay, if you're not willing to sit down and force yourself to be creative, then I guess, I mean, maybe this isn't for you." All right, I'm gonna put something right here in violet. Come on, baby. Come on, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, and bam. Okay, there it is. Yeah, we're just gonna follow the line of the boat a little bit, and there's a little detail right there. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, cool. We got that. Oh. God, all these little details sometimes are really nerve-wracking. Drives you a little bonkers, everyone. That's okay. Okay, what am I going to insert over on this other side here? I think I'm going to... You know what? I think I'm going to take that orange that I was using and maybe use a little bit of that. Yeah, that seems like the right thing to do. Yeah, I think I like that. Yes. Yes, that orange is going to make for a nice detail on this. Okay, let's be very, very careful. Easier said than done sometimes. Yeah, we're just going to go right here. Oh, actually, what if that's not dark enough? Oh. Is it not dark enough? Oh, I thought that would be dark enough. Oh, that's troubling. Yeah, if that's not dark enough, I don't know. I thought it was dark enough. So, yeah. Maybe this just needs to be dry. Yeah, this might just need to be dry. It might show up a little bit better once that color is dry. Okay. Oh, well, I guess I've done as much as I can on that highlight for right now. We'll just leave that where it is, and we'll come back with the orange another time. Because I think I have the right color, and I think it'll show up better. It's just that it's blending in with that wet paint. And sometimes that happens with oil paint. It's like one of the things that's the downside about oil painting is that, you know, things like to blend in. Is the painting looking pretty yet? Does my boat look nice? Actually, it is looking pretty nice. Yeah, it's looking a little bit more lively. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot better than I did at the beginning of the stream. Oh, good God. You know what? I need to whip up a little bit of an orange. I don't know why I decided to go at this with just 3 colors today. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those days where I feel like challenging myself a little bit. You know, one of those days where you kind of just hate yourself and say, you know what? I don't feel like making it easy on myself. I feel like making this painting as hard as possible. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah. I'm going to add some white to that color. Yeah. Sometimes you got to add a little bit of white to your alizarin crimson. Yeah. Now I think I got a color. Oh boy, I don't know if I want to paint on this wet paint. Oh God, do I want to do that? Here, we'll just do it right here instead. Yeah. Okay, that's looking okay. That's looking fine. Boy. I'm not sure there's a lot left that I can do with that. I can try to paint some of the slats in the windows, because we still got to paint those. Lord knows that isn't done yet. Ah. Good God. Alright, here it comes. Yeah. Okay. Please don't get my paint dirty. Lord knows I don't like dirty paint. No. I like clean paint. Come on. Alright. Let's see how that... Okay, there it goes. Alright. I see the angle. I see the angle, and it's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. And it's questionable. Oh my God, yes. I could just use some blue on that. I guess that's the beauty of oil painting. I'm always getting the angles wrong on this. Here. Okay, that perspective's a little bit better. Perspective's a little bit better. And that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's actually not looking too bad. I still want to add some blue over here on this one side where I kind of bungled the blue. Here. We'll clean that up ever so slightly. But that is not looking all that bad. There. Yeah. let's not get ourselves soul cavers. Not perfect, but it'll do for right now. Yeah. Looking good, though. And it's going to be definitely ready to paint next time once we come back here and do a little bit more of that. Where's the blue that I was using earlier? Oh, I think I still have a little bit more here. Oh, yeah, that'll actually work nicely. Here. And we give this a little something. Come on. Come on. Right about right here is where I want to put this in. There. Yeah, that's right where I want it. Okay. We're looking for like a bluish green color that goes down here. Yeah. And it'll blend right in there, I think. Actually, let's make sure that it curves. There. Okay. Hardest part of this is capturing the curve correctly. Let me make sure that I do that. This is a curve that starts like right smack here and goes right to about down there. Okay. Let's I could feel the struggle. It has been a while since I painted. It has been a while. Oh my goodness. How long has it been since we've done this, guys? I used to do this every week. And now it's been, what, months since I've done it? Maybe, if we're lucky. It's been a long time, but here I am doing it again. Just when I think I'm out, painting pulls me back in. Just can't stay away, man. Alright. So it goes like right down here. Right there. And it pulls me right in there. Shh. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. That's a little bit more like it. Now we're capturing the curve a little bit more accurately. And there. Okay, that looks good. Do you paint an object in all your paintings? I read one time this painter puts his cat in all of his paintings. I used to put some clowns in my paintings, but I don't really do that anymore. No, I don't really paint any one thing all the time anymore. I guess now I just kind of paint water all the time. Well, for a good long time, what I did was I was just painting landscapes, and so I guess I would focus on a lot on the water. But, nah, there's nothing really that I focus on all the time like I used to. The thing is that, like, after a while, you kind of just get tired of painting the same thing over and over and over again. Like, you feel like you want to throw something against the wall after a while once you paint the same thing again and again and again. But, yeah, I stopped. I need some alizarin crimson. Yes. Now I'm trying to capture this violet again. Oh, mistake after mistake. Yes, mixing it up is like how you keep it fresh with paintings. Although, some people will paint the same thing again and again in their paintings because it's what people expect of them. Like, I know a guy who paints quote-unquote professionally, even though, he's kind of in the same place I am, where I'm not sure he really sells a lot of his work. And I told him that I make way more money just going on social media and stuff than I ever do sell paintings. And he's just like, really? I said, yeah. I mean, there's no point in it, man. You're entering all these competitions, you're spending a bunch of money, and it's really all for naught. How many people would you really say buy your paintings? And I don't think he had a figure for me. Of course, maybe he sold a lot more since the last time we talked, but I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Okay. But yeah, he paints the same thing. Well, he paints variations of the same thing. It's like they want different stuff, but they want like the same sort of theme, like portraits and portraits and landscapes and landscapes. This guy did like colorist portraits, and he uh, he painted a very colorful style, is what that means. And they're not. I'm not. They're not bad paintings at all. It's just it kind of had the vibe of you seen one painting, you kind of seen a lot of them, or most of them. Still a great painter, though. Let me see. What do I got to add here? I need to add something in the water down here. We got to add some green, man. Yeah, I need to add a little bit of something down here. Okay, yeah, a little bit of green down here will really mix things up. Okay, let's go ahead and add just something to the water there. And right in near the boat is going to be where there's going to be a lot of shadow. So let me paint some of this stuff in here. Get just a few lines to note that there's going to be a little bit of green in there. And, there's easy ways to paint water. There's hard ways to paint water. The easiest way to really do it is just to, like, pull the color of the boat down and then do a little Bob Ross swipe. But, I don't know. Doing that sort of thing, it doesn't really get the most accurate colors in the world. So, it's quick and dirty, but I don't know that I'd really do it on like a professional piece. If I were just selling a painting for like, I don't know, maybe $100 or something, yeah, you would probably just want to do something like that. The majority of people that buy paintings, is there a subject that sells more than other subjects? Probably landscapes, to be honest. Well, there's landscapes, there's still lifes and stuff. People who buy paintings largely just want artwork that matches the colors in their house and stuff. It's not that many people who buy art for. There's not that many. Excuse me. There's not that many people that buy like art. People decorate. Hold on while I add some yellow to this. When you're using cadmium yellow, it's actually kind of difficult to get a dark with it, but you do it by adding it to a lot of ultramarine and alizarin crimson. It actually gets you a pretty dark color that way. But you want to add just a little bit of the yellow. And you want to make sure you have a little bit more red to the blue on that one. Otherwise, it's going to turn all green and stuff. Mixing curves between colors will drive you insane with paint. Paint is a weird, finicky substance. Truly. Okay, I think I have something here I can work with. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that in down here. Okay, yeah, that looks like a pretty dark color right there. Okay, yeah, that's looking nice. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. What I might want to do is add just a little bit of a hint down there to get the vibe of something so that we don't lose the form of the boat. If we lose the form of the boat, that's no good. If we lose the form of the boat, then we're not going to be able to make it out in the water. There. Okay, over here, there's going to be a dock. See, there's the dock right there. And some of these colors are yeah, we're kind of just making things up right now. It's whatever. This is going to be painted over in a second. And, well, maybe not right now, but I'm working on trying to get this boat. I'm working on trying to get this boat, for better or worse. Okay. And this is going to go up from right here. And come on, baby. Come on, baby. There it is. There. All right, there's a lot of other colors that are going to be going on top of that, like a green color that I have whipped up over here. We're going to throw that on top. There. That's better. Okay. And then there's a yellowish green color that we can use too. And it'll go like right here. Because there's going to be some trees reflected in the water. Yeah. There it is. You can kind of see the trees right there on that. The color of the trees is looking a little bit more like it. There. And as we go back, we're going to lose more and more of that. Okay. All right. That's looking a little bit better. Obviously, we got a lot of water to deal with here. And then we got the edge of the boat that we have to paint too. But so far we've made quite a bit of progress this time around, haven't we? Yes, I think we have. I believe we have. And it feels pretty good. Whew. Ugh. God, painting is hard. Painting is hard, guys. It never stops being hard. Drawing, painting, all that stuff, it never stops being hard. It gets a little bit easier, but also it never really stops being hard. Ugh. Ah. Here, you know what I might do? Is I already have a lot of this color that's in the side of the boat whipped up. What I might do is throw some of that down in the water because, well, the sunlight is kind of this orangish yellow color, and a lot of times when you see that, it shows itself in the water like this. Like, if we start doing this and start throwing some things down, I don't want to lose the outline of the boat there, but also, like the curve of the boat is going to go in just ever so slightly, like right around here. Yeah, like right around there. Yeah, like right in there. So I'm gonna wanna go in there and outline that a little bit so it stands out because I don't want to lose the form. Okay, we got this, and we're gonna outline this shape right here with this color. And what I want to do for this, I think, is I want to just like wiggle my brush a little bit, and that'll help me get some of the form of the waves. The waves are kind of unpredictable, right? Yeah, they are. So if I do a little bit of this, now this isn't going to be everything that we're going to do with the waves, but this is going to be quite a step in the right direction, I think. We'll do some of this, then we'll maybe stick some little areas of sunlight in all these waves right here. Boop, 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 boop. You know, you got the sunlight poking in and everything, and then, you know, as you go through, you got these waves over here, and then you got little pieces of blue that are popping through too. You know, stuff like that. Okay. And yeah. There. Alright, what are you saying, Stephanie? In 2019, you went to the Ringing Museum in Sarasota. You would just sit there looking at a painting from the 1700s. For me, it was pretty cool. Yeah, like a lot of those old paintings, you know, they follow the same sort of idea. They didn't have the same kind of colors that we have now. So a lot of what they did was very muted, very restrained, because they couldn't afford to just throw blue around like we do now. They couldn't really afford to do that until roughly the mid 1800s. So yeah, it wasn't until maybe the mid 1800s that they had access to colors like alizarin crimson and uh, cadmium yellow. Even cadmium yellow didn't come around until maybe the God, 3/4 of the way through the 1800s. So by the late 18th century, you had ultramarine blue, you had cadmium yellow, and you had alizarin crimson, and then they used like a lead white because titanium white wasn't really a thing yet. It was kind of, but no one really used it. Yeah, it just wasn't really popular at the time, and also it wasn't very common. All right, here we go. Here, I'm just going to stick some more of that color in there. Like I said, sunlight popping in. Everything's looking very handsome. There. And of course, we're just going to come back in later and get some of that. The waves are kind of not really going side to side perfectly, but they're kind of just moving every which way. And they're kind of angled a little bit, like right out here. You see a little something like right about there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Then you see another area right there. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The water is kind of like diagonal here. It's weird. It's a weird but a very interesting angle. Okay. That's probably about good for right now. I don't know, I keep saying that and I keep working at it. Just can't help myself, man. There's some, I don't know, I'm probably going to play around with the blue of the water eventually, too. Just to get the color right on that. I don't know, it's always a struggle to get the color of things right. Anyway, hopefully you can see a little bit more of the outline of the boat over here next to this one. And we have to work a little bit on the outline of the boat that we were already working on, too. It's always a struggle. Ah. Oh God, I don't know what color I want. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to hear. I don't know what color I want. Yes, I do. I'm gonna take a green. I need a green, and then I need to mute it. Inspires absolute confidence from everyone when you have no idea what you're doing. That's a piece of advice for everyone out there when you're painting. All right. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Tell you what, let's take some of this that we worked with and let's highlight this. Okay, I thought that was going to be a little bit brighter than it is, but you know what? We're just gonna plow through it. There we go. Okay, we're gonna highlight that. Ooh, ooh yeah, ooh that boat. Oh yeah, the edge of that boat. Oh, looking like $1,000,000. Well, not yet, it isn't, but it will. Mark my words, it will. The colors when I started out on this were a little, well, a little dull. I've been trying to make them more lively. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Okay, there it is right there. Let's go in right here and capture the curve. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that kind of looks like a frowning face, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of does. It does just a little bit. Oh, that's cute. There's no shame in there's no shame in breaking some eggs to make an omelet. I just raised your price to $81. Will wants to buy my painting for $80. Pretty sure the shipping to Sweden is going to cost more than that, Will. Fuck. I will buy your painting for $81. And by $81, I mean 81 kroner. Doesn't even mean American dollars. It just means 81 Swedish mun. Yeah, he's gonna send 81 kroner. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was too good to be true. Even $81. God. That's around $8. Yes, I know. Hey. I'm not a picky man. Tell you what, Will, you send me $8. If Will sends me $8, what I would send him in return would be like the most slapdash, cobbled together painting you've ever seen in your life. It'd be like a little, like 3x3 square with a bunch of random marks on it and shit. And like it'd probably be one of the worst things you've ever seen. But I'd attach a little note and say this is what $8 gets you. Got no right to be mad at that, Will. Yeah, I noticed that he's silent now. He's got nothing to say. For once, for once, Will is speechless. All right, come on, baby. I don't want to get too ham with this, but we'll throw in a little something over here. Okay, that yellow looks that yellow looks a little lemony. If you add some white to your yellow, it kind of gives off a greenish hue. If you add nothing else to it. Yellow, a middle yellow, has that kind of weird light reflectance. And cadmium specifically has an unusual light reflectance. Like it it has a character that other colors really don't have. And what I mean by that is that when you hold it under light, it looks different from different angles. And it lends the painting a complexity that it doesn't otherwise really have. And that's true of watercolor, it's true of oil paints. I recommend looking into a cadmium color for all of your paintings if you don't have one in there. If you're interested in painting at all. Some people just like to watch, some people don't. I notice a lot of people who tune into my YouTube channel really don't really enjoy painting. They just like to watch. And I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Painting is like a it's not the most expensive hobby there is, but you know, it has its expenses here and there. Like buying paints can be a little expensive. Buying canvases and paper can be a little expensive. Um, it's cheaper than music. Like music is really expensive. Painting, yeah, it's a little cheaper. Video gaming, yeah, I think it might be cheaper than that overall. Depends. Okay, there. All right, all right, all right. Ugh. Actually, some of these colors that I put in earlier are starting to pop a little bit. That's kind of weird. That's the one of the weird things about relationships between colors is that sometimes do I play an instrument? Yes, I can play the guitar and I can play the piano. I can play the bass too, but that's not really all that special because a bass is just a deep guitar anyway. I'm a competent singer. Those are really the only things I know how to play. Well, that's not true. I can play a ukulele. Um, I was learning to play a banjo once upon a time, and I guess I never really applied myself on it, unfortunately. I don't know. Do you guys play an instrument? Does a... One second. I'm whipping up a violet, guys. Bear with me. I'm whipping up a violet because I need some violet here. So yes, I play an instrument. Does Astrid play the drums? No. Astrid can play the violin, and she can play a little bit of bass. I taught her how to play the bass guitar a while ago. I'm actually not sure if she can play any other instruments. I think she might be able to play the piano a little bit too. I don't know, Astrid, if you want to chime in and tell everyone what instruments you play, feel free. You don't need me to speak for you. Okay, so right around in here, I'm going to want to do a little bit of this. Okay, there's some violet colors in here that need to be dropped in. That actually might be a little dark. That might be a little dark. Yeah. Here, let's add a little bit of white to that. Make that a little bit lighter, and then I think we'll have something. Maybe just a tad bit of blue. There. Yeah. You think it's time for me to cool down? What are you gonna do about it, Will? Are you gonna stop me? How do you intend to cool me down, bro? Oh no. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why did I have to ask? Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright. Alright. Alright, Will. I guess it's time for me to cool down. Oh. Alright, here I go. This is what you like, Will. This is what you like. Is this what you want? This is what you want? I think Stephanie's right. Bottoms up needs to be more expensive. It needs to be 10,000 buckazoids. You know what I should do is I should just charge money for this. If we're being completely real. Ugh. Yeah, I need to charge money for this, bro. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh, this is a lot of water. So much water. Water, my old friend. Well, you know what? At least I'm not going dehydrated, man. Yeah, $20 for bottoms up like I do on my live streams on YouTube. $20 for a bottoms up like on YouTube. I tell everyone on YouTube that if they want to see bottoms up, I gotta see $20. And then, sometimes they get there. Sometimes they don't. And Steph should pay those $20 each time. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but it's up to you guys. Best I can do is 20 kroner. Oh. What is that like? What is that like $2? Fuck, I don't know. Ugh. Uh, uh, okay, where am I? Okay. Oh, oh God. Oh, that's so much water. Okay. Oh, I think I got it. I did. All right, there it is. A quart. A quart of water. Are you happy? Did you enjoy that? Did you like that? Was it worth it? It was everything you hoped for more, man. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm full. I'm so full. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Whew. Let's see if I can concentrate. Oh. Oh. Whew. Where was I? Oh, that's right. I was going to put a little violet color down in here. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. Oh, that's a pretty color. Good work, Soulkeeper. Yeah. You got the touch, baby. You got the magic touch. Whew. Hold on. I'm gonna put some green down in here. I don't know how good this color's gonna look, but I'm gonna try it. Right down here. And yeah. Yeah, I can never get that color right. This color vexes me. Well, maybe not the color, but the shape. The shape vexes me. What it needs to be is it needs to be like... Ah. Ah, I'm not really feeling that. Hell, maybe if I go in here with the edge of my brush. There, do that. And then maybe take a little bit more of what we were painting with earlier and throw that in. And then maybe add... Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It'll do. I don't know if it's my favorite color. My favorite shape. Oh, sorry, I'm so full of water right now. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Will, what have you done to me? I'm a water-swilling idiot. You've ruined me. I used to be so innocent. Now I don't know anything anymore. Oh, God. Innocent I used to be. Innocent, I say. Will. All right. Okay, just one touch. One touch the yellow. A lot of times when you make a dark color, you just want a little bit of a touch of yellow. You don't want a lot of yellow. The cadmium yellow color, like I tell you guys, is a very strong color. It can sneak up on you if you're not careful. I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add even more blue to this. I keep thinking I have enough blue, and then it never feels like I really do have enough. Uh, it's all right. Here we are. The good stuff, everyone. Okay. How is this gonna look? Okay, that's pretty rich looking, but that's actually kind of the shape that we want right there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here it goes. All right. That's fine the way it is. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's work on these waves a little bit now. Actually, let me look at this background for a second. I think that if I go right here, yeah, there's a little bit of violet I could sneak in there. And we actually cut this down to size, maybe. Yeah, how's that look? Let's. Yeah. Yeah, I want to cut that at an angle. That looks better. The building that I had in there was pretty good looking. I don't want to do too much with it, but I do want to just give it a little bit of an adjustment. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now, if I can just get this at an angle. Eh. God. Got too much texture on this canvas. You got too much texture on the canvas, it makes things a lot harder to handle, everyone. That's just what I mean. It's going to be one of those days. Alright. Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to focus less on that for right now. I'm going to focus on another part of the painting. There's like a little area down in here that we can do something with. I think I'm going to stick like a yellowish ochre color down in there. I'm going to make sure I have a strong yellow here and a little alizarin crimson. I don't want too much alizarin crimson on this. This one's going to be mostly yellow. Yeah. Actually, that's more or less the same color. I don't think that color that I'm using is bright enough. Either that or I've got too much. Here, you know what we can do? I'm going to scrape some of this off. I don't have my turpentine ready, so getting the brush clean can be a little bit of a task. Okay, that's not bad. Let me get a paper towel and just wipe this clean, and that should be good enough. To make this painting, how many types of brush do you use? Well, you really only need one brush, but life is easier when you have like a couple of different brushes. Like fan brushes are make it easier to paint clouds and even trees. A flat brush is good for like people and even architecture and stuff. A filbert brush is a good all-around brush that can help you do a lot of different things, including it's also very good for bushes. Palette knife can help you mix paint, but it can also help you paint architecture, especially when you do a lot of straight edges. So you see, whenever I do buildings, you see a lot of palette knife type stuff. And flat brushes are also very good for like boats and stuff too. So I'm doing a lot of this with a filbert, which is a good all-purpose brush. But you can also bust out a flat brush and get a lot of good work. Excuse me, a lot of good work done with that. Are there any kinds of brushes that I like to use? No, those are really the big ones. Like a 1 inch and a 2 inch flat brush is also very good for getting a lot of trees and stuff done, or very big areas. If you have very large areas that you want to paint in, a large brush can help do that. But, you know, if you're doing fine art, there's less room for 2 inch and 1 inch brushes. 1 inch and 2 inch brushes are a bit much, and that's more of like a quick and dirty kind of technique. So I guess the answer, along with a lot of other questions, is just it depends. A lot of it's just personal preference, Stephanie. And well, some days I feel like using a lot of brushes, other days I just feel like using one brush. uh, I think, well, if I'm streaming, I probably use one brush. If I'm like making one of those videos like on YouTube, I'll probably use a bunch of brushes because it helps save a lot of it helps save time when you're using more than one brush. But if you're in no hurry, then you don't have to worry about it all that much. Okay, I think I've got a good color here. Let's just slap this in right there. Okay, yeah. What if we add a little bit of white on this? Let's not add too much white. Yeah. There. That looks a little bit more presentable. And then we'll add this little color right there to note the edge of the boat. I'll bring it like right up to the edge there. Okay, that's good. That's good. Actually, this is going to be even smaller than I think it is. Yeah, it's going to be really, really tiny because this area is just ever so small. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is going to go like right here, and this is going to go about yay high right there. And that should do it. Okay, that's about the right height for that. Yeah, let me put a little bit of an edge on this. Well, that kind of showed. This area is ever so small. Oh, I'm sorry your girlfriend says that to you, Will. Well, sometimes you just gotta make the... What you need to do, dude, is you need to make the illusion of it being a larger area. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And if you can make the illusion of it being a larger area, then you know you've won the lottery. Then you'll never have to work another... Thank you, Will. You'll never have to work another day in your life, bruh. Working. Who needs work? You know what I should do? I should add that Martha soundbite that I have on YouTube over here. Oh, that might be funny. I don't know. Is that something you guys want? Or am I just talking out of my ass right now? What are you asking me, Will? Hold on a second. So where's the articulated swivel joint brush techniques? Oh, I just threw them all away. I used to be good at that stuff, but then I lost all my articulation, bud. Bucky cap brush technique. It got phased out with the next body. Alright, you uncovered my secret, Will. I'm secretly just an old action figure come to life. Toy Story's real, and I'm Woody. And I'm just outdated by like 15 years, man. Old toys. They don't really go away. They just become questionable Twitch streamers. Oh. That was dumb.
No.
Thanks, Will. I can always count on you, dude. I'm really trying to get like a I'm trying to get a goddamn blue color in here, and this blue color doesn't want to cooperate. I just want a proper blue. I want a good blue. I want a damn blue. Give me blue. Oh my god. I want the damn blue. Give me the damn blue. 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 Okay, there's the blue. I got the blue. I got the blue. And now we're going to throw it in. We're going to throw it in right there. Oh, yeah. Boy, that doesn't look much different, does it? No, it doesn't. Maybe there's a reason for that. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And then we're going to paint the top of this. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. All these sound effects working for you guys? I don't care. I don't care. This is my channel. I'll make sound effects if I feel like it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Okay. That looks good too. And what if I go right here and I apply this to the edge? Oh. Yeah, that works too. All right. Martha! Oh, I like it so well when you play that. Will, should I just add the YouTube sound bite to this channel? The one that says, "Why did you say that name?" You know the one, guys. The one that gets activated at $5 on YouTube. How many? I don't know. Will, I'm going to get banned if I paint that. Will, I don't think it's a good idea, bro. I'm going to think of it. I don't know how we got away with Jackbox all that time. God. I don't know, man. I don't think it's a good idea for me to draw that stuff on Twitch. Shit. You know, Twitch, they get upset about things when they just feel like it. If you asked me, like, maybe 6 months ago, probably wouldn't have taken much for me to do it. But we'll say this, like, Twitch allows you to do, like, tasteful... Is the troll emote not approved yet? No, it's not approved. It's not approved. I don't know why it wasn't approved yet. I'm still waiting on it. It should be approved. I don't know. Like, I can just upload emotes now most of the time, but I'm still waiting on that one. I guess it's just that the tail end of the ones that they're going to approve. It would be fun, but Twitch would probably get all pissy about it. And I really don't want to get my ass in trouble again. No, well, no. Twitch allows nudity on the art category, but it has to be like tasteful. It can't just be like, you know, porn or something. Can't be like that. Or like if you're playing a game or something, you can't linger if there's nudity. I don't know. They're very particular about stuff like that. Sometimes it really takes the fun out of it. All right. Let me see. Do I have the right color here? I need the right color. Daddy needs the right color. Daddy needs a little yellow. And then Daddy needs a little alizarin. It would be fun though, Will. Alas. There used to be a show. Well, there's a show around here where, they do dirty pictures and stuff. But it's all just dirty pictures. It's not like art. I don't think much of it. Will would probably love it. He'd probably walk through the entire show giggling. All right. Ugh. Come on. Right about... Okay. So there's this little area like right here that I'm gonna put a line right there. And that's like the edge of the dock. Yeah. There it is going into the water. No, there it is going into the water. Put that line right there because it's got to be like the boat has to be ahead of it, and that so we can't violate the laws of perspective there. And if we do, well, we're just goofing up. All right. Cool. We got that. Now let's add a little bit of something down there again. Okay. That's good. Now I need some more violet. Violet. Anyway, there's a reason I don't do like drawing games on Twitch anymore. It's because everyone's just, when we did Jackbox, it was fun, but everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people were just doing like racist and a bunch of racist shit and a bunch of like, dicks and stuff. So, it's better to just not do it. Which is too bad because otherwise it's fun, but if I ever did it again, we would just avoid the drawing games. Okay. Oh, that's actually nice. There. Actually, God, that might still be too high. God, this is a short dock. Yeah. It's tough to get it right. Like that's still too damn high. Like it needs to be like right about there. Crap. Ugh. It drives you a little bonkers sometimes. Yeah, we're just gonna paint this entire thing like this color. There. There. Excuse me. And then we're gonna make a couple of marks in here. Okay, that's probably about fine. At least we can tell it's a dock now, sort of. For, sort of, sort of, yeah, sort of. Let me see if I can get some more blue in here. Yeah, well, I guess I do paint with some degree of precision. I try. God, it's tough sometimes, man. Like I say, sometimes you go a little bit crazy doing this sort of thing. It's easier when you only have a few colors to do it with, because it kind of cuts down on the amount of mixing that you have to do. Oh, you only got this yellow, this red, and this blue. Well, that makes things simpler, doesn't it? Okay, I guess you and I both know what we have to do, buddy. Yeah, we sure do. It's new color day. It hasn't been new color day for almost... God, it has been new color day for years, man. Years. Well. Ugh. I remember doing those old videos on my YouTube channel. Those were kind of fun to make. They were very laborious, though, and people didn't really watch them all that much. So it was kind of more trouble than it was worth. Anyway, I spent a long time doing it. Spent like 5 years making those videos. Come on. Okay. What's your favorite color, Will? Actually, what's your favorite color, chat? What's your favorite color, everyone? Let me know what your favorite color is. White. White. Of course it's white. Green. Alright, Steph. So the greens I've been working with today have probably not been right up your alley, have they? You know, the greens that I've been working with today have been kind of dull. He likes white because you're Walter White. Oh, okay, you're goddamn right you are. Better watch ourselves, guys. We gotta be careful. Cause if we get on his bad side, he's gonna wreak all kinds of havoc. Beaverburg, Beaverburg. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? Beaverburg. What are you going on about, man? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyone else have those moments where they're so confused by what Will's trying to talk about? I have those moments frequently. Every day I see him, I think to myself, should I just laugh? Should I just smile and nod? Am I in way over my head? Alright, Stephanie's right there with me. Sometimes the trolling goes over my head. I think Will's too brainly for us. Will's too smart. Maybe this is why we're doing the Wordle. Oh, we didn't do the Wordle today, so we already blew it. Guys, we forgot to do the Wordle. I guess there's nothing stopping us from doing the Wordle, technically. Will's an IQ of 86%. Well, that actually explains a lot. Will's just ahead of the curve. God help us all. Who would have thunk it? Ooh, this color's actually really nice. I don't know if I have a favorite color personally, guys. Because, you know, when you work with color like this, like, every color is your favorite color, sort of. Oh, 14%. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Here, so, how smart am I? I don't know, let's find out. 79%. Okay, I'm not too stupid today. I'm pretty good. I'm probably lame, though. Alright, I'm 15%. Yeah, I'm lame. I'm sorry, guys. I know no one wants to watch a guy who's lame, but you are right now, so... Just gotta take my lumps. Actually, you know, when you use only 3 colors like this is going to turn out to be really, really pretty, I think. It's making color choices a lot easier when I'm just using my 3 colors like this. So all this painting that I'm doing, I think is going to turn out really nicely, and the color harmony is going to be something really special. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. It's just the precision sometimes gets me. And, okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, we come over here with that, and yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Hey, actually, that looks really nice. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I think... Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Oh, that actually looks really sharp. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to be using some green on some of this. And, let's see, the green that we want to use is like right here. I think I already have it made up. Like, I already have majority of colors, I think, made up on here. It's just it's just a matter of, like, using them. Yeah. I think I'm going to start with this dark green color, and then we're going to go in, like, right about here. Yeah, here. Yeah, and then we're going to paint that. Okay. Bam. Come on, buddy. Yeah, this is good stuff. Alright. Paint that, and then we'll go... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, man. That color that I start out with on here, I don't really like it that well. It doesn't feel right. I think it just needs some more orange to really make the colors pop. Because right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm still not feeling it yet, but it's a little bit better than it was. And then maybe I'll go with some yellowish colors and, well, I don't know. I don't know. Some of these colors are a little off. I don't know. What do I want to do with this? You know what we could do? I could add a little bit of... Yeah, I could add a little bit of an ultramarine with some white in there. That might do a little bit something. You gotta move to the bedcilities? It's bedtime for Will. It is getting late over there in Sweden. I know how it is, man. So yesterday we were doing some point-and-click video games. We did King's Quest V, which did pretty well. I figured that is what you meant, Will. Don't leave me, Will. If I don't have you, who do I have? Boy, that was some shade on Stephanie and Fran, wasn't it? And everyone else in chat, too. Ooh, that was cold-blooded, Soulkeeper. What is everyone else? Chopped liver? Oh, jeez. Yeah, we have fun here. Very cold-blooded. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we were playing some point-and-click video games last night, and we had a good time playing King's Quest, but boy, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis did not go as good. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is one game that is like really popular among people, but boy, I don't think we had much fun with it at all, so it's probably for the best that we just put a pin in that one and, well, maybe permanently. It was that bad. Yeah, Stephanie really hated it. Yeah, it has a rep among a lot of point and click fans as a really good one and one of the top tier ones, but I don't know. It just doesn't have that same appeal for me, I don't think. And I had way more fun playing King's Quest, man. King's Quest 5, I hear all kinds of people giving that game shade, but I played it and I have to say, I really thought it was fun. I really had a good time and the puzzles were not that confusing. People made it out like it was the most confusing moon logic game ever made. And for like the longest time I thought the same thing too because people were talking about it and I actually played it once upon a time. Not like all the way, but I played it for a little while when I was very young and I thought it was confusing. But when I played it now, it made a lot of sense. It turned out to be really, really fun. Yeah, King's Quest was great, Stephanie. And I don't know what these people are talking about because I guess I I didn't really see a lot of moon logic. Nowhere near as much as they made out. I mean, there were some puzzles that were a little out there, but I think that within time I could have come to a conclusion on a lot of them. I think the hardest puzzles that I really found in there were ones where I was like in mazes and stuff. And even then, all I had to do was just make sense of the grid I was on. And I did that by just, following the squares one at a time until I found out where I was going. It really wasn't that hard in hindsight. But Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, that game, it's pretty tedious. We'll just keep it real. Regrettably so. Well, anyway, we're probably not going to go back to point and click games for the foreseeable future, I don't think. They're just, well, people were having a good time with King's Quest, so I'll give it a maybe. It's just one of those things where I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm kind of more concerned about finding challenges to do and stuff with other things. Like, maybe a no bonfire challenge in Dark Souls, and then there was the dance pad thing that Chainsaw brought up. Yeah, that's really what you want from a point and click adventure game, Stephanie. Those are the best kind. Honestly, all the Sierra games are kind of like that. Well, a lot of them have good stuff in them. I think that the Sierra games. Ironically, I think the Sierra games have less moon logic than LucasArts do. I mean, they still have moon logic. Well, there was Space Quest 5. We were playing that, and there was a pretty big moon logic part. The part where we had to fight that WD-40 android enemy. That was a. I don't know about that part. That wasn't great, I didn't think. But we had a lot of fun with RE4, and we had a lot of fun with Dark Souls 2 earlier this week. And yeah, I found myself really enjoying my time with those too. I guess Dark Souls 2 was a little bit annoying because I had to wait for the grave to appear because it doesn't appear for hours on end after you take out the Emerald Herald. So it wasn't my favorite thing, but we'll come back to it because it was funny. I'm currently in the midst of editing the video right now, and it's really, really entertaining. It really is. Oh my goodness, what a fun experience that was. The video is really funny. It's like a bunch of it's like every so often I get prompted to restart the game and then I just refuse to. Well, I look like a bumbling fool in the edit, which is pretty much what I want. It's entertaining like that. Okay, this gray might be a little I don't know, it might be a little dark. I don't know. I have to see what it looks like in context. Context is ever important in these kinds of paintings. So let's just put this gray in here. Maybe we'll put some, I don't know. I'm going to want to get some sunlight and stuff in there, so we'll just take this for right now and put that in. Okay. It's a little bit of a strange color, but I think it's going to work. Yeah. There we go. Oh boy. I got a lot of work to do on this dock, don't I? Yeah, I kind of do. Man, I don't know about this dock. This dock over here, this dock is kind of a mess. I don't like that dock too much. That dock's been bothering me for a long time. Well, I guess let's take a moment to get a handle on the proportions of things. Like, if I look at this dock like right here, okay, so that kind of lines up right there, so the proportions on that look pretty okay. I think that what's happening here is that this, yeah, actually I think that that might be pretty okay. I think that the way the colors are laid in, though, just aren't quite right. I think I've drawn that more or less correctly, because it doesn't look awful. It just needs a little bit of finesse down here in the paint. So I'm going to keep going up with the gray that I've been making, and then maybe we'll take an opportunity to put some of this, put a little bit of some yellow-orange stuff in there. Because like I say, boy, I am not feeling what I am seeing there. Oh, this is brutal. Not the act of painting itself, but just the way that I've rendered this. I don't know. Maybe I was having like a rough day or something when I was painting this. Maybe that's why I did it this way. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Here, let me see if I can whip something up that's going to be a little bit more presentable. This is what happens when you don't paint wet on water. Like, you can get away with reflections like that sometimes, but a lot of times you want things to blend in a little bit. So, alright, let's scrape some of this off. Yeah, scrape some of that paint off. This paint needs to get clean off, bro. My brush needs to be clean when I do this, because one of the things you want is clean color when you're painting. Especially if you want bright colors. It's less important if you're dealing with muddy colors, but if you want something really bright, you really have to make sure that your brush is clean. Whew. So I'm just going to wipe this off the best I can right now, because I guess that's how we're doing things today. And if you're out in the middle of like if you're doing stuff plein air, that's probably the way you're going to be painting. Almost definitely, really. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white to this. Yeah. Okay, I have a color I think is going to work. Should work. Okay, let me get this hair off my brush. I got a hair that is vexing me. Last thing I need is hair in my paint. Okay, let's do this. And let's pray that this works out. Okay, let's go ahead and put that in right there. Okay, that's looking pretty okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. See, what we had was like an earth color, and God, I didn't like that. A lot of the colors in this painting are going to be much brighter than like real life and stuff, but that's just the way I want to do things on this painting, is maybe not so lifelike. There. Okay. And then down here, you know, this paint might be mixing a little bit of mud. This might be what happened too. Oh boy. All right, I'm starting to get the idea of what happened with this. We might have mixed a little bit of mud on our hands. Ah, that's what's happening. Yeah, sometimes that happens too. You roll with the punches when you're painting, guys. Ah, come on, guys, come on. There it is. All right. I'm gonna add a little bit more white to that. That's a little too yellow. So let's maybe get some crimson here. A little touch of crimson, and that should about do it. Well, let me get another touch of crimson. Sometimes I forget how strong cadmium yellow can be. There. Okay, that's better. I wish I could show everyone the color that I'm mixing, but it's a little bit difficult with my setup. If I could just have like a third camera or something, that would be nice. Or if I could just show you guys in one of the cameras, it'd be easier, but I don't know. The setup that I have is a little bit challenging. Well, we're just going to make the best of it. You and me, guys. Alright. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to bring this a little bit further down this way. Okay, so we're just going to paint over that. And then we gotta divide these posts up a little bit better. I think that's what's bothering me too, is that the divisions on the post are not quite accurate. And that's driving me bananas. This post looks pretty good. This post over here, yeah, this post over here looks like it might be a little far over to the left. Yeah, we want to move that a little bit over this way too. So that's another thing we got to paint over. And that's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a little bit challenging, but it'll be better in the long run, I think. Here, let's just paint over this too. There, that's better. Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. And then we're gonna mostly just leave that as it is, I think. Because we really don't want... yeah, we'll leave this like right down here. Here, I'll bring that line down a little bit. That's better. Alright, tell you what, since we're just going to remove those posts anyway, let's just do the line like this. There. There. line is about good. Okay, Will's got one game idea. Actually, I want to do something with Duke Nukem 3D, Will.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I should have seen that shit coming. I always fall for it. God damn it. I got an idea for you. Oh, thanks, Will. Thanks. No, I want to do something with Duke Nukem 3D, bro. Man, Duke Nukem sounds like fun. I think you're gonna like. Man, you're gonna love Duke Nukem. Wait, have you already played Duke Nukem? I don't know. What the hell can I do in Duke Nukem that's weird? I don't know. I'm just looking for weird shit to do in games. Like Slappers Only is kind of fucking weird, and GoldenEye. That sounds fun. You have played the 2D side-scrollers. Okay, so you have not played Duke Nukem 3D. Alright, alright. So this is actually going to be good then. This is going to be a winning proposition. Duke Nukem 3D plus Will equals much fun. I don't know why I rubbed my hands there like I was going to get money for it. I have no idea. Sometimes I just do that. Raid is mid. I never played Raid Shadow Legends in my life. Well, what would I do if I actually one day played Raid Shadow Legends? What would you do? I'm going to ask you that right now. What would you do if I did? If I played Raid Shadow Legends like tomorrow, what would you do? Like, would that be? Would you cheer? I don't mean like money. I mean, would you be happy? Would that do it for you? Would you feel like you won the lottery? I would make them sponsor you. God. Oh, that's nice, I guess. All right. I guess I'll take the W. What the hell? You'll make them sponsor me. Okay. I don't know why I didn't expect that answer. I probably should have. Every single answer Will gives me, I should really just expect. I don't think they'll ever sponsor me. Mostly because I don't play their game. And I don't know that I really want to. Oh, jeez. Stephanie would rather read a book than watch me play Raid. Stephanie, I just admire how Stephanie draws the line at Raid Shadow Legends. Books are for nerds, and Stephanie would rather read a book than watch me do anything with Raid Shadow Legends. Well, I know how that feels, Stephanie, because sometimes I watch people who do quote-unquote sponsored content, and it's very obviously just trying to cash in, and it's never like good content when they do that, you know? It's always kind of trash. So I just really don't want to take the sponsorship because the places that offer these quote unquote sponsorships anyway, they always want a bunch of work for not enough money anyway. So I guess I'm just wondering where's the incentive for me? Because they're gonna pay like 800 smackaroos for like a dozen videos or something, which is a lot of work, dude. And it's not really worth it. It's not even guaranteed money either. That's the thing. Like they say, you can make up to this amount, but you're never really gonna make that amount. Is the gist of what I get. So I don't bother with it. Because I don't think anyone here really wants to see that kind of shit. No, instead we want to watch painting streams. Yeah. We want to watch painting streams where Soulkeeper's gradually losing it. Trying to keep it together as he paints his pretty pictures. I don't think Stephanie. Stephanie said she doesn't read books. I don't know if you noticed that earlier, but she said that she said unequivocally that she doesn't read them. Though ironically, she's listened to me read them. Yeah, suddenly this explains a lot about my ASMR reading streams. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna see how those go on tomorrow night and the night after, but God, I hope the numbers on those really improve, because if they don't improve, I'm just gonna have to stick a fork in it, man. The ASMR reading shit, it seemed like it was doing okay initially, but then I guess it's just kind of the same thing that was happening the first time, is that it just people stopped coming. A painting stream is more entertaining than watching Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, oh, that hurts my feelings. Am I doing it today? No, well, I'm not going to do it today. No. I wasn't planning on doing any reading today. I don't know. Last night was kind of discouraging, to be honest. And it didn't really seem like it was the best use of my time last night. I don't want to sound cold-blooded for the people who did show up, but... jeez. It was not a good night. Well, the gaming part was pretty good. That I liked. The King's Quest part that we did, that was great. Had a great night during that. Probably should have ended it right after. Probably should have ended it right after King's Quest was finished, because people didn't really enjoy Indie, and they didn't really enjoy the reading stuff either, unfortunately. All right, let me. Trying to get the feel for this. I don't know. I feel like the water here is quite gray. Yeah, it feels like the water here is a little gray. Here, what if I just go in here with this color? I don't know why I'm hesitating so much. You actually want to buy some Warhammer books? Well, what's stopping you from buying the Warhammer books? Will's lip quivering, saying, "I gave too much money to Soulkeeper." Jeez. I'm sorry, Will. I had to go there. Oh, man. What Warhammer books are you thinking about getting, anyway? I know nothing of Warhammer, so I'll apologize in advance if I don't know what's really happening. Some dude, there was some dude who made a comment on one of my painting videos about him thinking that, like, I was a fan of some football league or something, or soccer. What am I saying? Football. The correct term is soccer. And there was another dude who thought I was talking about Warhammer or something. I said, dude, ultramarine is a color. And then and then to the guy who was talking about football, I said to him, what the hell are you talking about? And then he's going on about some football league or something, and I said to him, no one watches that in America, dude. No one watches soccer here. We don't care about soccer in America, man. Gave some... Yeah. I gave so much money to Soulkeeper. If you show no books for me, aww. Yeah, I know there's a lot of lore, and I don't know any of it. Ultramarine is a space marine chapter in Warhammer 40k. Okay, he might have been trolling me. Hell, I don't know. I don't think it was Will though. Usually when Will trolls, I can tell. So, okay, yeah, that tracks. Well, anyway, they got the name from the blue color. I don't remember what I said to him. I think I said something to the effect of, dude, ultramarine is a blue color. And he's like, oh, is that where they got the name? Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Mm. All right. All right. Yeah, this is going okay. I probably want to get a little bit more blue in some of these areas down here. I just realized that the color of the water just has felt completely wrong to me this whole time. And now it's suddenly, now that I put this gray color in, it feels like things are kind of tying together a little bit more neatly. Because, man, I really did not love that gray color. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to put some more blue in there. What are you saying? There are Blood Angels, Blood Ravens, Ultramarines, Imperial Fists, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Lamenters, Grey Knights, and so much more. That sounds pretty metal, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I could get into Warhammer. I don't know where to begin though. Sounds like, well, it sounds interesting to me. Like I knew a guy a while back who was really into Warhammer, and I think I might have played something with him. No, maybe. I don't know, it was a while ago. It's hard to remember. I like it because it's so brutal and dark. I didn't realize you were so metal, Will. Will telling it how it is. I like it because it's very brutal and dark. It's like he's dropping hints here, Soulkeeper. You need to play more brutal and dark games. Actually, I'm not going to disagree with you there. This whole time, Will's just been whispering to himself, you really got to cut out this adventure game stuff, Soulkeeper. This stuff is too wholesome. I don't like wholesome stuff. He likes his gaming experiences like Metalocalypse. Okay. There's an Imperial Guard, which is normal human plebe soldiers sacrificed in the billions and wars. Oh, that's fun. It's very metal, actually. Good Lord. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. That's a very nice color. And people live in misery because they must serve. Oh, is that Greasus Goldtooth? The guy who's supposed to be my avatar? Yeah, Will got on my case a while back because I was getting too greedy for Mun Mun. And he said that I'm like the real life equivalent of Greasus Goldtooth. Yeah, because I play too many ads. Dude, there's a guy on my YouTube channel. There's actually been a couple of guys on my YouTube channels that tells me I play too many ads. There's one guy who said on my action figure channel, he said, "Dude, you play more ads than any other person I've ever seen, any other action figure channel I have seen." And he's like, "I know you gotta earn your, I know that you gotta earn money for what you do, but geez." Then there's another guy who didn't like that I was playing ads on ASMR painting videos. There's been a couple of them. There's one who like threatened me, and then there was another guy who just said too many ads to have an enjoyable viewing experience. And I said, I don't care. if if you don't like it, become a member. Because if you become a member, I'll be less inclined to play so many ads. Are there kids in Warhammer? I have no idea, but Will says yes. Okay. Do I dare ask what the implication is? Let's put a little something down. Oh, maybe in here. Yeah. We'll add a little bit of color there. A little bit, I think. There, that's nice. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Perfect. This is nice. The Emperor is a rotten corpse on a gold throne, which they hope will come back. Oh my god. That's horrible. So they're just hoping in vain for something that never comes, is the gist right there. Oh, that's dark. Good lord, man. The shadowing is looking cool. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, it's looking a lot better than it was. Some of the colors here, some of the colors here I've been ambivalent about, but actually the water is looking much better. You're absolutely right. I think it just comes down to getting the basics in order. Because a lot of times, you'll want to use a bunch of colors and stuff, but it's a lot easier when you just simplify everything. Like here I've got some red in my color, and let's add a little bit more white to this. Yeah, a little bit more white ought to do it. What's the plan after the boat and the water are done? Well, I gotta finish a couple more docks, and I gotta finish the other boats over here, but beyond that, that'll be pretty much the end of it. Like this painting's like halfway done, roughly. Yeah, a lot of the a lot of composition stuff has been worked out, and there are some compositional errors that are still in place. So for the most part, yeah, I just gotta tackle some of those things and finish them, and it'll be over. And then on to the next one. Ah, on to the next one. There's never a dull moment with these. Okay, I think. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna add that. Yeah, I'm gonna add that alizarin in there. This is gonna be another floating dock now, unfortunately. But I gotta get a little something up in here. Here. Gotta make it blend. Make it look like that color's in there. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Let's see. I've got the alizarin crimson color. Let's just bring it down here. Yeah. There might be a little bit of a sun color in there too that goes into the water. Yeah, we'll put that in there too eventually. There's also some blue. But right now, that's looking pretty nice. This you have painted ever since you started following me. I was working on a different one when you followed me, Will. Actually, the one that I was working on when you followed me is like right behind me. So I completed the one, and then I started working on this. And actually, I wasn't streaming for that long until I stopped painting for a long time. Like, I started in November of 2020, and then I was painting the picture behind me for a good long while, and I finished that one, and I moved on to this one. And I stopped making art like in May or June of 2021. I want to say one of the two. I think it was. Oh, it was like June 2021. That's right, because that's when I finally just said, you know what, I gotta do something else because.
The fuck is this? Your worst nightmare, butthorn!
Yeah, thanks for following Midnight Dreamer Artist. It's good to have you here with us. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, I started working on the painting behind me that you can't really see right now because of my backdrop, and then I started working on this painting, Will. And, yeah, I stopped doing all the painting streams initially in June of 2021 because my YouTube channel was kind of stagnant at that point, and people weren't really coming over here that much, and I don't know if it was the right call to stop them altogether because there was that one guy who was really nice, and he only really wanted to come here for the painting streams. But still, he was a really nice guy, and I liked having him here. And in hindsight, I feel pretty bad about just stopping the painting streams altogether. So, like I said, maybe not the right call on my part. Maybe I should have kept doing them, or I probably should have kept doing them. Stephanie asks, do you name the painting? If so, is it hard to come up with a name for the painting? Yes. Usually I name paintings. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. I think the big thing, Stephanie, is that you just have to think of an appropriate name. It doesn't have to be necessarily the most creative name in the world, because a lot of paintings out there, Stephanie, are just really mundane names. Like, because the artist spent so much time making art, they make a huge volume of paintings that they just don't really have time to come up with a bunch of clever names. Sometimes there'll be a clever name, like, Salvador Dali will call one of his paintings tuna fishing, or he'll call one of his paintings the hallucinogenic toreador, or things like that. But a lot of times it'll just be like woman with rose, or this abstract painting number whatever. A lot of those abstract expressionist painters just call their paintings composition number 50 or whatever. So it doesn't always have to be clever. A lot of times you can just call it what it is. Like the empty pier. Something like that. Because there's really not... That would probably be a fine name for this, because there's not really anyone walking around here. It's kind of empty, The Kiever Beaver, yes. If I ever paint a beaver, Will, that's absolutely what I'm going to name it. Absolutely, 100%. Zero hesitation. And now that you've said it, I kind of have to make it happen. Pier of Solitude. That's actually pretty good. That's actually a really tight name, Will. That's perfect. See, Will's thinking. That's a galaxy brain name, Will. I'm not even kidding. That's really good. Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess I'm letting Will name my paintings now. Yeah, that's a pretty sick name, bro. uh, yeah, it's good having you guys here with me. It's good to have everyone hanging out while we're painting. Not gonna lie, I kind of miss painting. Just feels good. Feels well, when you do something for so long, and painting is kind of what well, yeah, painting is what I studied when I was at school. Everyone studied graphic design, and to be fair, I have studied some graphic design myself, but uh, I didn't really study graphic design in school specifically. I studied a little bit of 3D art here and there, and then I studied mostly 2D art. So what I'm best at is like oil painting and watercolor painting. And the weird part is that I didn't get good by the focus in university either. I just got good of my own accord. A lot of art is just working by yourself on your art. So you really have to be self motivated, guys. That's the God's honest truth. Uh, God, what I want here is I think I want like a little color down here. I'm trying to think of one that'll be good. I think I need like a lightish gray blue with a little bit of green in it. You hated art class? What'd you hate about art class, Will? Was it the stuffy art teacher? A lot of art teachers are just kind of, well, there's art teachers who are very good at what they do, but then there's also a few of them who aren't very good, unfortunately. And I have met some art teachers who are very, very bad at art, regrettably. But then I've met some art teachers who are obnoxiously good at what they do. I remember there was one that did jewelry, and she sold her jewelry, and it was very good jewelry. She taught a jewelry class, and well, she was teaching the right stuff because man, she was good. And then there's a woman that I did some work with while I was student teaching who she was very nice, but I don't think she could really draw. But she still taught some solid art lessons. There's a guy I worked with a while back who he was a really solid artist, and he was pretty harsh judge of art too. Like this guy was a tough grader. Well, then again, a couple of those guys were pretty tough. All right, what are you saying here? Your friend photoshopped himself in a Ferrari and turned opacity to 50%. Another pic of children, and then he presented and pitched it to show poverty and rich people. He got top grades. That's all it did. Doesn't sound like a particularly good Photoshop job, to be honest. Kind of wonder what that looks like. In my head, it looks weird. Stephanie says the watercolor painting I watched, they would draw the thing, then watercolor it. Yeah, with watercolor, you kind of want to draw what you're doing ahead of time. Because with watercolor, you only get one shot. You can't go back and cover your mistake. You really have to know what you're doing with watercolor. He just took two pics and merged them and got top grade. I'm not gonna lie, what was the assignment even? Because on the surface, it doesn't sound like your art instructor was particularly good at what he does. Well, then again, like I say, I meet art instructors all the time who are not very good at what they do. I think one of the biggest problems I have with art instructors is that a lot of their assignments are just not very clear. Or I look at their assignments and I think to myself, this is confusing. And if it's confusing to me, it's confusing to the children. Like art An art lesson should not be all that confusing. If you look at a lesson, you should be able to immediately know what to do with it. Well, within reason. At least someone who has an art education, like I do, should not be confused by your lesson plan. He didn't teach anything. Okay, well that sums it up. So yeah, I wouldn't like him very much either. It sounds like he just didn't really know what he was doing. And I don't know what the art standards or what the what the teaching standards are like for art over there in Sweden, but they have teaching standards for art over here in America, but a lot of times they don't really get met because the schools don't really emphasize them that much, or at least they didn't a while back. Maybe things have gotten better, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Art has never really been valued all that much in schools, and it's been to the detriment of everyone because it's pretty obvious when you encounter someone who has absolutely zero art education. Like it just shows immediately because they don't have any understanding of visual images. They don't know how to interpret um, things like AI art, and when you look at AI art, it stands out immediately as total crap. But if you have no visual education, you might be impressed by it. You're going to do an oil painting use regular people, but I did not know, and once I was done, she was like, oh, you should not do it on paper. Ah. Yeah, if you do it on paper, this is something that she should have told you. And you probably know it now, but you have to prime the paper before you do that sort of thing with oil painting. Because oil color will eat up the paper, or it'll eat up an organic substance. You have to prime it with an acrylic primer or uh, the like. These days, everyone uses an acrylic primer. Most of the time, it's a primed canvas, but you can prime paper too, I suppose. Um, just a matter of getting it done. You can paint. You can prime wood panel too. You can paint on wood. Um, I have a friend, same friend who does all those portraits and stuff. He does a lot of painting on wood. He loves it. Just keeps on doing it, and if he loves it, good for him. It's not really my bag personally. Here I am painting with this gray again. I thought I was going to get more of a blue. Didn't really turn out to be much of a blue, did it? No, no, I suppose it did not. Here, let me see if I can get more of a blue color before I do anything else. Well, let's go ahead and paint this color. We already have this color, so we might as well just use it. Paint some stuff down in here. I don't want to go outside the lines of what you guys can see here, so I'll try to avoid that. Okay, we're getting into some territory over here where we need a little bit more alizarin crimson, I think. Because we're starting to see more sunlight in the water. There's actually a lot of it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. You guys can kind of see some of the stuff over there, so let's take a bit of alizarin crimson, I think, and I'm just gonna monkey around with this color that I got. Okay, I think I might have used a little bit too much alizarin crimson. Oh, that happens sometimes. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, that's not. I don't know if I love this. Okay, yeah, there's the color right there. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it's kind of going to get lost up against some of this stuff. I need to come up with a brighter color, I think. I have a brighter color. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, this is just me thinking out loud when I'm painting. Sometimes it's like that, guys. Sometimes you have all kinds of doubts when you're painting. Yeah. Okay, so this is like the violet color that I was talking about. Do I want more blue in that? Oh boy. Here. This might actually be a pretty okay color for some things. Yeah, I'll shape the dock first, I think. The water needs to be grayer. It's currently too blue. There's going to be some blue in here, but it's mostly going to be in select areas. God, I am just creating colors left and right, aren't I? Yeah, can't help myself. I'm having trouble deciding on stuff. Well, I'm not going to have trouble deciding on this because I already have this color. So let's go ahead like right in here, and we're going to just put a stroke of that in there. 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 That's better. Okay. There's that color that we started with at the beginning of the stream, guys. And it's going to keep cropping up again and again and again. Boy. Here, we're going to stick this way over there. There, that's good. That's better. There. I just want to make things a little bit more lively over in this area. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I like what I did over there. I don't know if I like what I did over here in that section. That section just rubs me the wrong way. So I'll take some of my paint again, obviously. What else am I going to paint with? Then we'll go over here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Ah. Oh my goodness. And maybe I'll take some blue on some of these other areas. Yeah. I have a little bit of blue I can play with. Maybe a little bit of green. Yeah, that'll look alright. And then like right down here about. Yeah, that's going to be good. Right about there. That's where I want to stick that color. Yeah. And of course we're going to add some highlights later to some of this. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes my blue color. Sometimes my blue color. Ooh. Sometimes my blue color just doesn't feel right. Sometimes it feels more violet. Oh, that is the magic of French ultramarine. Goodness gracious, everyone. Here, take my blue. There. Now we'll go in here. And I'll just... Ooh, that's actually really, really nice. There. A couple of colors in there. A little blue just to... That's an interesting color note right there. Oh yeah, that actually looks really nice. Yeah, that reflects very nicely. Okay. Sometimes you just have to take straight blue to get things done. Yeah, sometimes it just looks a lot better that way. I don't know. This feels weird to me. Like there should be kind of like this diagonal feeling that, and sometimes it eludes me. Sometimes it insists upon itself that it doesn't want to do it, but then I have to force it. Yeah, there's some more of these waves right here. We're kind of just completely repainting the water here. I wish I had my flat brush right now. This would probably be a little bit easier with that. I'm going to have to remember that for next time, guys. I don't think I was planning on doing a lot of waves today, but, you know, how it is. Sometimes painting surprises you. Well, how are we looking today? Well, we've had some interesting experiences here painting this. I think that everything has turned out reasonably well. There's still a lot to do. God, it seems like it's daunting to paint something like this all the time, guys. Oof. Oof. Let me see here. What kind of color am I looking at? Color. Let me see what this looks like when I pop this in right here. Okay. So that's interesting. What if I grab a little bit of white and do it? Okay, if I grab a little bit of white, that makes more of a grayish color like I'm looking for. Alright. I thought I was going to wrap things up for a second there, but now I'm getting right back into it. Yeah. That happens. Happens quite a lot. Alright, I should probably stop that for right now. And regroup my thoughts and see how this looks in a couple of days, everyone. This painting looks it looks okay. There's still a lot of things about it that bother me. I think a lot of what bothers me is the muddy color in some instances.